right, let's go. It's the daily go get Mism show. Now, the reason why we're a little bit late today is because I wasn't feeling the camera angle, but I guess I'm gonna have to rock out with that. And I'm not really feeling, but yo, it's that. And I'm gonna have to just leave with that. Well, it's the daily go get Mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing. Taking off left lane, no coasting. All right. So it's the Daily Go Get a Mism show, right? And check it out. This is how it's going down. We're talking about wherever you are in your life, that should be the place to be. In the place to be. And I'm going to give a little explanation of what I mean by that. You know, wherever you are in your life, whether you're rich, whether you're poor, whether you're down, whether you're up, whether you're happy, whether you're sad, whether you're good, whether you're bad, whether you're locked up, free, or whether you're laid up with somebody who he wish was somebody else, and whether you are going for self. Yo, whatever is going on in your life, you are pretty much 100% responsible for it. And that's a position that a lot of times we don't like to own up to, you know? You know, we don't like to think that the things that we did are responsible for putting us where we are. But it's 100% true. And there ain't nothing you can do. But you got to do your best to make it through. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right with me and you. You know what I'm talking to? Yes, you do. So that's how it's going down on the Daily Go Get a Mism show, baby. I said, it's the daily go get a Mism show. Do you understand? Wherever you are should be the place to be. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. What this your daily, the daily go get a Mism show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the arts. The Daily Go Get a Mism show all up in your area. How you feeling? What's going on with y'all? Are you good? Are you all right? I know you're doing all right. I sure hope that you're doing all right. Think I don't. So it's the Daily Go Get a Mism show, y'all. And here it is. Pretty Petty Tuesday. Pretty Petty Tuesday all up in your area. And we are talking about wherever you are to be the place to be. Wherever you are should be the place to be. In other words, for those who don't understand, and I know that I'm going to have to probably give this explanation multiple times during the show, but it's all good though. What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, God damn. Okay. What I'm saying is, wherever you place yourself, if you are around friends, it's because you made the decision to choose those friends and to be around friends. If you are surrounded by enemies, it's because you made the decision to choose those enemies and be around. Now, some people may say you can't choose your enemies. Oh yeah, yes you can. You can choose your enemies, especially when you have a history of your friends becoming your enemies. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there who have a history of making their friends become their enemies. We may not believe that we are responsible for turning your friends into enemies, and that may not be 100% your fault. But what I mean is, you have to scrutinize people before you run around calling them your friends. You know, some of us are just so hungry for affection and love and adornment and admiration and a compliment that we will put ourselves around anybody who makes us feel good, because our ego tells us that we need that validation time and time again. Well, what if you're the type of person that chooses the wrong people to hook up with, to chill out with, to cool on with, to do dirt with, whatever? And if you are the type of person that habitually and consistently chooses the wrong type of people to bring into your life, who are you going to blame over that? What you going to say? I didn't choose them. They chose me. You didn't choose them. They chose you. So did you have to submit to their choice? They may have chosen you, but did you allow yourself to be chosen? Like I said, it's a reality that a lot of us don't want to face, but we do have to face that reality at some point in our lives. Why? Because we're adults and we have to grow up and we have to act like we're grown up. We can't be like kids, always talking about well, I didn't know this and I didn't know that. Even though as adults, there are plenty that we don't know. But by a certain age, you should know how to choose your friends. And not all of us put that much credence, that much thought, that much effort into making sure that we choose the right people. But it's time that we do that. So that's what we're talking about this evening. Wherever you are in life should be the place to be because you chose that place. Now we're going to have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It's something that we got to deal with. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to deal with it. It's the daily. Daily Go Get It Mr. Show, Sun 752 Omada with the wherever you are in life should be the place to be. What's going on? Emily Dunlap in the house. I said it, Emily. Good to see you in your face. I said T Carry Right is all up in. It's good to see you, my dear. Yeah. And yo, Robin Ming, my sister doing the thing. I'm glad you came through. And yo, we gonna swing. Carol Chamberlain, mi favorita. I've been down with you from the second that I met you. And even though met you don't match with meet you, it's the past tense of the word meet you. And even though meet is more than one word, don't worry about that shit. Sometimes I say it's absurd. Anyway, let's get it popping, yo. Get it popping. Wherever you are should be the place to be. How many of y'all used to go to clubs when you were younger? Be all up in the club, doing whatever, whether you like to dance, whether you like to drink, whether you just like to play the VIP, find yourself a nice, comfortable couch and drink, throw your shots back or sip on your mixed drinks or whatever. Have a good time. Find yourself a shorty or find yourself a dude to pay for your drinks, in the case of y'all females, dude, you may have liked the music. You may have liked that whole scene. But sometimes I bet you chose spots that wasn't that great. Maybe you went to a new club and it's like, yo, this place is whack. The DJ garbage. The DJ is garbage. He ain't made me feel like getting on the floor all night. By now, my feet should be hurting from dancing. But instead, my ears are hurting from this whack-ass music. Now, you have a choice. You can either leave that club or you can find a way to have fun regardless of the circumstances. Now, you know how it used to be. For brothers, getting up in the club, if you lived in New York, doing all that club hopping wasn't sweet. Because number one, it's not all that easy to get in. Standing online. Well, they say standing online. We say standing in line. Anyway, standing online when you're in New York, you might get all the way up to the front of the club, and yo, we ain't letting no more people in. We maxed out to capacity. Fire marshal's orders. Nobody getting in. Now you done wasted half the night being in that fucking line, and you might have to stay online waiting for somebody else to leave out the club. Maybe ladies got in free before a certain time. So if you a female, you may have had to go early so you can get in there, either free or for a discounted rate. But when you got in, if you had to pay, it was expensive. It was expensive. $20, $30, maybe more sometimes. especially if it was around a holiday. We not even gonna talk about like New Year's or no shit like that, but you know how it goes. So in Philly, we always had ladies in free before like 10, some shit like that. But you know, some chicks would make it, but for the most part, that was for cheap chicks. Like, I'm not leaving out my house no 10 o'clock at night. That's too early. We get there around 10, 11 or 12 or whatever. We just pay the money to get in. You know, nonetheless, if you weren't having a good time there, that wasn't the place to be. Now, you supposed to be party people in the place to be. Let me see you throw your hands in the air. Let me see. Oh, is there any fine ladies out there? If you got no extensions and real hair, let me throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. Yeah, and brothers in the place, if you got a couple of dollars, yo, say ho, and let me see you holler, ho, 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 ho. Well, I see your brothers doing your thing. Catch your girl out there. Catch a girl, get a girl, let's swing. We about to make it happen tonight, yo. We got the club jumping tonight. That was if you were having a good time. If you was having a bad time, it was like, damn, man. We came all the way up in this shit. Ain't nothing going on. These chicks acting like they don't want to talk. They don't want to dance. They don't want to do shit. Fuck. In the bar, they got these watered down drinks. We spending all this money in here. We ain't having no fun. This is not the place to be. So how do you make the place to be the place how do you make the place that you are the place to be? You may have to do it mentally. Put yourself somewhere else, even though you're physically right there and there. Now we talk about a club where you went out to have some fun, but you're not having any fun. And if this was the 80s, the late 80s, early 90s, it could get even worse. You know how it get even worse? Motherfuckers get in there and start fighting. Yeah, they get in there and start fighting. The shit spill outside. Motherfuckers start fighting in there. Oh, wait. It was worse if it was the mid 80s to like the beginning of the 90s, the early 90s. You know, cutting, shooting, chains getting snatched. You know, people try to glorify the 80s like it was all hip hop music and pop songs. Motherfuckers would take everything you had. You go out to a place to have a good time. You getting your shine on. You know, you was making a little bit of money back in 1986. $400 a month. $400 a week. Do you know what you could buy for $400 a week in 1987? 1986, 87, you was paid. So you might have your dookie rope on. Got enough for a dookie. Got a dookie. Or whatever it is, you went there to have a good time or whatever, because back then, you could either get dressed up at the club or go with your hip hop gear. You know, we wasn't wearing hoodies and shit like that, but we was wearing hip hop gear, you know, fly shit. Designer jeans, stone wash, acid wash, or whatever, some fly ass sneaks, Feli's, whatever, you know, Adidas, whatever, you know, but as long as you had on your little gold, you know, you might have on your acid wash jeans, but you might have a box silk shirt. Does anybody out there remember the silk shirts that used to come in a box? Yeah, you had a box of a shirt. And some of them were printed silk, you know, the Giorgio Gentili. I remember that name. A Giorgio Gentili silk shirt. Printed silk. This is before the early 90s with that printed rayon. This was printed silk. Came in a box. You know, a box about the size of, you know, those gift boxes that you get in the department stores when you buying something for somebody. Let's say you buying them a scarf and they give you a box, a flat box. It came in a box about that size, but it was a clear box so you could see the shirt inside, but you couldn't try the shirt on. You couldn't try the shirt on because you know, how was we gonna get it back in the box? It was kind of weird. Giorgio Gentili. I'll never forget it. So anyway, so you might have on your acid wash Guess jeans, stone wash Guess jeans, You know what I mean? $75 Guess jeans. Yeah. Tapered at the leg. And you had on your little Giorgio Gentili boxed silk shirt with your little long jeans white watch. Long jeans. Y'all remember long jeans? Yeah. I got my little long jeans. Or if you went all the way out, you had a gold nugget band watch. It was a cheap watch, but it was gold, 14 karat, really 10 karat. Nonetheless, it was a nugget watch. You know, it had little gold nuggets and shit. Yeah, I said this shit look fly. You know what I mean? That's the right sun. I mean, the right light hit that motherfucker. Yo, yeah. A Gucci watch in 1986 cost $200. You could get one for $185. I remember that shit. I was like, a Gucci watch? $185? And it had the red and black and green. I mean, the green and red Gucci band. Gucci. And John Wanamaker's. Anyway. So, there was violence. So you go out there, you know, getting your little fly on, and cats might roll on you and take your shit. That's not the place to be. You went to the place to be in the place to be. But it didn't work out that way. It don't work out that way. The way it worked out was you wasn't trying to, and you might have had on some patent leather shoes. So you had on the Guess jeans, stonewashed, you know what I'm saying? Tapered at the leg and shit. Your Giorgio Gentili box silk shirt and shit. Oh, my South Philly people, remember that A shirt? It was a store called Allure. And the shirt had a little A on it. You had an A shirt. Anyway, A. You got the A. They only wore that in South Philly. Anyway. Or you had a pair of Palmaris. Those were French cut pants, tailored. Anyway, you didn't go out to be getting in no fight in your patent leather shoes and shit. Snakeskin, eel. You know what I mean? We hadn't made our way up the gator yet. We gonna snake our way up. We get some snakeskin shoes, side. Snakeskin belt, side. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And yo, for real. So anyway, it wasn't the place to be. How do you make wherever you are the place to be? You could be laid up with your shorty in the crib. That might be your place. It might not be your place. I mean, what I mean by place, that might be where you live, or it may just be where you visit. If it's where you live and you're living with somebody and y'all not getting along, you in a toxic relationship, that is not the place to be. But why isn't it? You made that decision. Annette Davis, the number one. Annette Davis, the number one. What's going on, my Shirley Show, the world's most greatest and precious pearl in the world? How you doing, girl? It's good to see me some you. Word up. Thanks for coming on through. About to do the damn thing. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the show. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, it's the Daily Go Get It Business Show. We're talking about wherever you are should be the place to be. Wherever you are should be the place to be. Is it though? But is it though? No. What decisions have you made in your life? Where are you right now? I mean, right now. Think about where you are physically right now. Now think about where you are emotionally right now. Now, how much input or responsibility do you have to take for that position? Where you are, how you are. Some of us are going to feel too much pain about it, and we're gonna be like, I'm telling you, I ain't do that shit. I got here trying to be nice to people. I got here trying to do right. I said, I got here helping somebody. I said, I got here not on my own doing. I said, I got here because I made a promise. I said, I got here. I am here. I've been here. I came over here. Yeah, you. Even if you're the type of person that can't say no to people, because some people do claim not to be able to say no to people, you know. Do you know how to say no to yourself, though? It's just a little something to think about. Do you know how to say no to yourself? Because if you don't know how to say no to yourself, then you're probably going to have a hard time saying no to anybody else, because they are talking to you. They're talking to you. Come on. Inviolate life. No. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough thing when you really have to try to take responsibility for where you are and what you are in this world. It's not easy, but it's a way to cleanse yourself. To be honest with you, it will help you cleanse yourself, because once you stop fronting on your situation, once you stop fronting on the decisions that you've made, once you start keeping it real with yourself, once you start keeping it real with other people and yourself, you start to free yourself, and the chains that you have allowed to lock you down start to magically fall off. And you can do this shit. Excuse me. You really can. You can do this shit easily. But it all starts at one. And if you don't tell yourself no when you really should say no, or yes when you really should say yes, you want to be all wishy-washy about the decisions that you make, you can best believe that wherever you are, if it's not the place to be, you are responsible for putting yourself in another place. And if it ain't the place to be, where the hell is it? You have thousands of motherfuckers, I don't know, probably millions of motherfuckers, I'm talking about the United States, who are locked up right now, basically in a hellish type of state. And a lot of them will tell you that they ain't do nothing. Some of them haven't even kept it real with the cases that they caught. They still bitching about whether they really did it or not. They're not able to be real or honest about the crimes that they committed or their involvement. You got motherfuckers in jail that are running around talking about, well, the only reason I'm here is because I didn't snitch, but I didn't do nothing either. Well, I hope that the cell, I hope that the court, I hope that the day room, I hope that the yard is all the places to be, because that's where the fuck you put yourself. I get it. Yeah, I get it. The no snitching thing. I totally get it. I would employ it myself. But guess what? I'm going to make the decision not to be around motherfuckers who I don't have to snitch on. Or I have to, or I'm going to put myself around people who I don't have to make the decision about whether to not snitch or not. And I'm damn sure not going to jail for nobody. Nope. Sorry. I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to get from the cradle to the grave penitentiary free. Now, I've been arrested a number of times. Yeah, I've seen the precinct a number of times. But I ain't never been upstate. I've seen the county a few times. A few times saw the county. I guess saw the county. But I ain't never been convicted of a serious crime, no felonies and no crazy shit like that. No shit that I would be ashamed to put on a job application or anything. Like, no, we're not doing that. But those are my decisions. And trust me, there are times when I thought, like, you know what, maybe if I would have took a few more chances, blah, 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 I could have had a little bit more. Yeah, I could have had a little bit more, but I made that choice. So where I am right now, I have to ask myself, is this the place to be? Sometimes it don't feel like it's the place to be. Sometimes I feel like, man, this is some bullshit. There's some bullshit. But regardless of whether it's bullshit or not, I made the decision to be there or not. So I have to stand. I have to stand by the decision that I made. And a lot of times it works out in the end. A lot of times it works out in the end. Thank God. You know. But I have to take credit for it. So sometimes we'll take credit for the bad things that we do because we're sorry, we're remorseful, we're guilty, we feel guilt, we feel bad. So those of us who make apologies, we will really apologize and beat ourselves up about the decisions that we made. But I don't think that there's anything wrong for taking the credit for the good decisions that you made. You know, I'm not saying to get all Donald Trump with it and start making up shit. Talking about you the best this and the best that, and you did more for this people and that. We're not talking about all that. We're not even talking about all that. We're not talking about that. What we are talking about, y'all hear that ruckus going on? Somebody cutting hedges or some shit. Well, yeah, what we are talking about is when you have made a decision that governed your future. You made things better for yourself, for your girl, your spouse, your man, your spouse. You made things better for your children. You made things better for your family, for your community, for your block or whatever. You contributed. You helped out. You pitched in. There's nothing wrong with taking credit for that. You should. You should take credit for that, and you should receive credit for that. Because now you're in the place to be. And maybe some other people are in the place to be because of the decisions that you made. And of course, they contributed too. So they made decisions to be in the place to be that they are. Are we in the place to be? Are our eyes real clear? The sunshine, do we see? On a rainy day, can we see through the clouds? When we feeling down, do we still feel proud? Things ain't going our way. Do we sit back, relax, chill, think, and just say, yo, I'm going to make it better from here on out. I'm down right now, but I'm really not out. Everything is going to be okay. There's no doubt. That's my word, baby. That's my word, baby. Everything is going to be all right. Yes, it will. That's a word, baby. That's my word, baby. Hey, yo, I'm going to get with my John. We going to chill. That's my word, baby. That's my word, baby. Hey, yo, I'm going to get my kids and have fun. That's my word, baby. That's my word, baby. Hey, yo, I'm going to get with my friends and do things. That's my word, baby. That's my word, baby. Hey, yo, I'm going to get with my neighbors and route out the word, baby. That's my word, baby. You know what I'm talking about? Hold on, yo. There's a little bit too much now. I'm doing, I'm cutting grass. Okay, you good. I know I am. All right. Got no damn grass. Come on, cutting the grass. All right. Sorry about the little pause, y'all. Sorry about the little pause, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, though. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. It's a Daily Go Get Amism show. And we're talking about wherever you are should be the place to be. Y'all can call into the show. Yes, you can. You can call it to the show. Yes, you can. And the number to call, as if you didn't know, I'm going to recite it to y'all right now. You know, 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. 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 319-527-6199, baby. It's a Daily Go Get It Business show. You can call in, totally uncensored show. You say it the way that you feel it. Express your passion in any form of fashion. It's all good. All you gotta do is show a little respect. You know what I mean? Don't get all crazy on God. You know what I'm saying? Don't get all crazy on the God. It's all good. All right, so we're talking about wherever you are should be the place to be. Carol Chamberlain says, the hell with friends. What about family? They get you first. It all depends. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill. I said my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. How you feeling, my brother? Thanks for coming on through. It's always a pleasure to see me some you. All right. Oh yeah, Crystal. Right. Okay. Also says everybody in jail, prison ain't a tough guy. That's right. Somebody got to be the bitch. And if you find yourself in a position that you're the bitch in jail, guess what? I hope it's the place to be because you made that decision, and that's where you are. Uh-oh. Carol said, had an encounter today that opened my eyes. From today forward, I would not help a damn soul. FMO. Oh. Hey, we need to have a talk, young lady. Sound a little, you know what I mean? Feel some kind of way. You sure? As I said, cracking the hell up. I thought the A stood for Alvin, like and the Chipmunks. You remember the A shirt from back in the day? All right. Yeah, sure. So that was when they was stealing gold chains and snatching earrings out ladies' ears, spitting in. Yep, that's exactly. Yo, it was rough. Shit was crazy. I don't mean that in a good way at all. I see Charlene Curry. Charlene Curry. What's going on, Charlene? How you feeling, Charlene? All right. And that says, I understand that because there are some people that better not even think about asking me for shit. In the place to be. Alice, you're the greatest. There's a big difference between an apology and saying that you're sorry. Well, which one do you think is more sincere? I'm going to have to, for me, I'm going to have to go with I'm sorry. Because people be using that apology shit like, yeah, well, I apologize. What you mean? They could be apologizing for anything. Yeah, well, I apologize. Yeah, I apologize. I guess you could say I'm sorry and not mean it too. Like, all right, I'm sorry. Most people don't want to say they're sorry, though. Donald Trump. All right. Robin Ming says, whatever I got myself into, I got myself out of. Okay, that's fine. But whatever you got yourself into, was that the place to be? And when you got yourself up out of it, that means that you got into another situation, maybe a better, more favorable situation. But was that the place to be? Like, is recovery always the place to be? Because you may have just escaped death but you ain't on your feet. You ain't out of the woods. You not out of the fire. You're not in a good place. You may have gotten free, but you might still have to hide in the closet somewhere. Like, yo, I hope my phone don't go off because they're gonna hear me in here. They're gonna come and kill me again. Or should I say they're gonna come and try to kill me again? So Jones says this topic is for social media jail. Oh, wow. That goddamn jail. Speaking of that shit, man, I got this fucking on my page where my timeline is. I got this warning. Like they got this warning on my shit. Like, yo, yeah, you know, if you violate again, it's going to be a 7-day suspension, and only you can see this, but it's because, you know, of the shit that you did before. I'm like, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You were meant for me. I was meant for you. Just won't come back to me, will you? Just come back to me. Narcille says, wherever you go, there you are. Word up. Carol Chamberlain says, they use I'm sorry the same way, Omar. It's not always sincere. Yeah. Still, I prefer I'm sorry over I apologize. Yeah. See, I'm good at choosing. I be choosing. I choose. I choose fast. I choose. Annette Davis says, I need a I'm sorry and why you're sorry. I hear that, though. I hear that. Even though I have said I was sorry before I meant it, but then, you know, some people, they want you to say sorry. They want you to say why they're sorry, and then they want you to pay restitution. Then I had to say, well, you know what? I'm not really sorry enough. I ain't sorry enough for all of that. I feel bad about what I did and I was wrong, but I'm still not fucking with you though. What about that? And sometimes it be like that. Like I ain't really trying to fuck with you no more, but that wasn't right what I said or what I did, because I said that in the heat of the moment. That ain't cool. Christopher Catchings in the house. He says there are black-owned social media platforms. I know. There sure are. But I know one thing. They be sending too many goddamn notifications. Melanated People Social. That's the one I'm a part of. Melanated People Social. It's pretty cool. But, you know, they be begging for money a lot. I mean, like, ugh. They be like, yo, become a gold member. That way you can do this, you can do that. I'm like, yo, that shit is expensive. But it's a pretty good joint. Melanated Social People. Only thing about it is it seems like I'm not really sure if I can post things, you know, just based on the way I feel, or do I always have to post something in the blackosphere? Like, do I always have to, you know, post something positive and black or revolutionary or military? Like, I don't really be feeling like that all the time. You know what I mean? I'm always pro-black, but I like to laugh and I like to joke and I like to have people. I like to make people think and I like to talk shit. But good looking out on that, Chris. G. Carey Wright says Black Planet was purchased by Asians 15 years ago. So was it Yellow Planet? Man, I can't remember my password on Black Planet to save my life. And about 5 years ago, I heard there was a little uptick in their membership. Like motherfuckers was going back to Black Planet. And Ned Davis says, I'm buffering. You're buffering? I didn't know that. I can't do nothing about that though. It's not my fault. You're buffering. Even your words look blurry. Wherever you are should be the place to be. Wherever you are should be the place to be. Chris says, I deleted Facebook because I refuse to support Zuckerberg. Okay. Robbie Ming says, are they really sorry? Sometimes you just have to decide whether you want to see, and that goes into what we're talking about. Because when you decide whether you want to allow somebody back to your life again, you are making a decision about whether being with them, being around them, being in the presence of them, being accessible to them, is that where you want to be? Is that the place to be? The decision is yours. Is that the place to be, though? Is that really what you want to, where you want to be? Is that really what you want to do? Make a decision. Because it really is all on you, son. It's all on you. It's all. You got it all, son. You got it all. And whatever decision that you make, just make sure that you on point. Make sure that you're on point. It's not a bad look. Ride it out. Even if it don't go your way all the way, it still can be the place to be. And if it's not, you still have a chance to decorate it, which is going to start in your mind to be the place to be. To be the place to be. All right. No, it says I'm not sorry enough to come out of my pockets to pay for somebody's feelings. You know, some people try to make you do that shit. Let me get the fuck out of here. Yo, shorty, I mean, you got the wrong one. I certainly remember Black Planet. BlackPlanet.com in like 2003, like 2002, 2003. Woo! On fire! MySpace did Black Planet in. Black Planet was doing it large. They was doing big things. MySpace came in and it basically threw the ball up and took all the jacks. Then Facebook came and said, took MySpace shit. We need to go back to MySpace. I'm trying to tell you. TK Wright says, the realest shit that you said since yesterday. I'm not paying restitution. Yeah, but you spelled restitution wrong. What the fuck is that? This ain't the place to be. Look at that. RESTE. That's not the way. It's supposed to be an I in there. Go back and spell it right. Good. Yes. That's enough. And then David says, I've never asked any man to buy anything or ask for anything or ask for any money either. Well, you might want to rethink that because there's nothing wrong with asking a man for, if that's your man, I mean, you could get something out of the deal. Not even a number 7, at Burger King or nothing. Shit. No good looking woman should be able to say that. Shit. I'm a stingy nigga. I still give up a couple of dollars though. I give a couple of dollars. Yes, a couple of dollars. You ain't gonna make it from the cradle to the grave. What you think? You cute like that? Nah, I say you gonna have to pay something. You know what I'm saying? You have to pay something. I ain't talking about going out to dinner where you actually paying for yourself and something. No, I'm talking about you gonna have to pass off a couple of dollars. Like, look, man, all right, shorty, god damn it, do it like my old uncle and shit. Turn my back, like, all right. Stop saying, don't try to count my money for me. Here. All right, here. Go on. Take it all. It's my last. Greedy hoe. Get on my fucking nerves. Shit. That head ain't worth no. It ain't worth that kind of. But I'm talking about. Hey, yo, Crystal. Hey.
90 seconds.
All right. Chris was talking about you calling disagree with me. Look, I'm gonna leave you hanging on the line so you can't do it. Look, Chris, you gotta understand. When I want to have them, I have deep-seated control issues. I ain't gotta do nothing nobody say. Anyway, so nothing in this world is free. That's true. Chris, you still on the line? Let me see. See if he's still there. Oh, he's still there. What the hell?
Hey, how's it going?
Caller with the last number 9682. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind this evening?
Well, yeah, thanks for having me. I want to dig into this conversation. As far as that title, why wherever you are should be the place to be. Who is dictating the should? Are you attributing that to your personal behavior, or are you attributing that to a higher being? Or is it just destiny? Is it karma? Like, there's other factors to consider. Some things are beyond your control. So I don't think that it's where you should be. I think it's just where you happen to be.
Okay, how long have you been listening to the show tonight?
I've been listening for 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. So in the beginning of the show, I was talking about how the decisions that you make are what put you wherever you are in life. So whether you are...
That's not true.
Yes, they are. Yes, it is. It's absolutely true. And I can prove it. Name one situation...
You're saying after a certain age?
I'm saying period. Name a situation that you've been in that you didn't have any control over.
I mean, you don't control your birthplace. You don't control your family.
How do you know? How do you know you don't control your birthplace?
Because you're not here.
You mean you don't remember being here? Because I've been told that you choose your parents before you ever come into this world. I've been told that.
I definitely don't think that. Well, I would have to know what goes into that decision, because I mean, some people have some really bad hands, and I don't think that they are willingly choosing that. It's maybe there are lessons to learn from the situations, but I don't think that anyone is choosing those circumstances. But even if we go to a point where the person is 18, I don't think that those decisions are all. For instance, we are all living during a pandemic, and we're quarantined inside.
Mm-hmm.
This is not my decision. It is beyond my control.
Have you followed the quarantine to the letter?
Yes, I have.
So you made that decision to do that, right?
Yes, I made that decision to follow it
Okay.
out of respect for my life and the health of others.
Okay. Well, I didn't follow it, and I didn't catch it, and I didn't give anybody the virus. So I practiced quarantine when basically I practiced it when it was convenient for me, and when it wasn't, and when it was inconvenient, I went out and did whatever I wanted to or had to do. But I made that decision.
Well, you don't. Well, wait. Maybe you're spreading it around for other people, though.
No, I'm not. I never had it, and I don't have
the
it.
grandmother. Okay.
I don't have it.
Well, I'd like to see some paperwork on that.
No, you're not going to see any paperwork. You don't know me. You don't need to see no paperwork. You get your own paperwork. That'll be your decision. See, you have to worry about the people. You have to worry about the people in your world. See, there's no way that I'm going to make the decision to allow the government or the media to keep me confined into my home with the fear that other people that I love, that I care about, that I know, and that I know practice a healthy lifestyle. Why would I isolate myself away from them? Because of people who are reckless, or you don't even have to be reckless to get the disease, but you know, like for the people who have gotten it or whatever, you know, their circumstances surrounded that. But I can't live my life in fear. I've made the decision not to live my life in fear, and I don't, and I won't. So far, so good. Huh?
Are you saying that you think it's a hoax, or
hell no? It's real. What are you talking about? No, it's very real. It's very real. I know plenty of people who have caught the virus, but guess what? They caught the virus on the inside. They didn't catch it outside. All the people I know, which are double-digit numbers now, they all caught it on the inside. And guess what? They all know exactly where they got it from. And it wasn't outside. So why should I be afraid to go outside? It's not an airborne disease. See, I do research.
No, that's not what the quarantine is telling us, that we can't go outside.
Yes, it was. It was telling you. You just said that you didn't go outside.
No. You asked me have I been following it to a T, and I said yes.
Okay, now
that allows me to. So that allows me to social distance. That allows me to only make essential trips to places like the grocery store. And I'm just not participating in any other activities, like going to people's houses and things like that. And yeah.
Well, Chris, here's a little tidbit that you may want to take heed to. Social distancing is not quarantining. Quarantining is staying home. Wearing masks
is for people who actually have the disease, who need to stay away from others.
No, that's not what they said. That's not what they said. No.
Fake news. Listen, I want to rewind back to these things, or like I said, these policies are in place, are not my doing. So I don't have any say-so in terms of, well, I have the ability to whether or not I adhere to them. However, my options are limited due to other factors that are beyond my control.
My man, you don't have to do anything in this world that you don't want to do. Now, of course, there are other factors that will influence us and even feel like they're forcing us to do certain things. But you ultimately make
my freedom.
Okay. Well, you ultimately make the decision about where you go in life. And wherever you go in life, whether you're talking about at home, watching your TV, sitting on the toilet, listening to music in your headphones, or whether you're talking about chilling out with your friends and family, or whether you're talking about going to the store, whatever it is, you make those decisions. Those are your decisions. Those are your life decisions, and they govern your life, and you don't have anybody else to blame for that. Now, you gave me, I'm going to give you a chance to make a better example, because they're coming into the look. You're dealing with a man that has an answer for everything. If you want to debate, I don't really have the answer for everything, but if you bring me a weak argument, I can give you something stronger than that. So this is what we're going to do. My case is, and the premise of this show is, wherever you are in your life should be the place to be. And what that's saying is, wherever your decisions have taken you, they should have taken you to a place where you can be happy, comfortable, and safe. You can't be comfortable if you're not safe. You can't be safe if you're uncomfortable. So there are levels to comfortability. My comfortable may not be your comfortable. Like, I might need a big, giant, expensive, soft bean bag to chill up with my baby, eating popcorn, feeling on a titty, and watching a 90-inch screen. That might be my comfortable. Your comfortable might be something totally different, and that's cool. But whatever comfortable is in your world, it should be the place to be. I'm not saying that some mystical, magical, mysterious thing, says that you just have to be happy with your life. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the decisions that you make should govern whether you are happy or not, whether you are striving or not, whether you are realizing or actualizing your ambitions or not. That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to give you another chance. Give me an example where you have absolutely no control over your fate.
Well, first, I'd like to say that I'll take the city of the big screen as well. And secondly, I want to ask you,
biter, you're a biter.
Are you making a distinction between your situation as far as where you are now versus where you've been? Because if that's where you should be, you would not move at all. Like, how are you allowed to continue to flourish if you're satisfied or complacent with where you are?
I said,
we need to move.
Wait, I said comfortable. I said comfortable. I didn't say satisfied. And if you remember, I said ambitions. Ambition means, that you are striving. You're moving. You're in a place of lower concentration, going to a place of higher concentration. Well, that's on you. Who am I to tell you how long you should be somewhere? Don't you get that? You're not getting this yet. It ain't about.
I do get that, but sometimes there are other things at play. But then think about it. Like, if you're a person with children, they can't just stay there forever because they have other people to think about who don't deserve to be in that place.
Was it your decision to have children or not?
It was. Well, I don't have any, but typically it's not always that person's decision.
Oh, really? Was it your decision to have sex or not?
It's not always that person's decision to have sex.
Oh no?
But I understand.
Oh no? Oh no?
No.
Even if you get raped, it's still your decision. Because you could have let him kill you. You could have let him. You could have let him kill you. Huh?
Well,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
We have to take.
We make the wait, and don't get me wrong. Hold on. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there aren't people that are bigger and stronger and that you shouldn't react to your fear. However, we do make the decisions about whether to fight back or not. And sometimes sometimes that can be the last fight of our lives, or sometimes that can be just the thing that propels us to make sure that it changes our lives for good. But yeah, we do. We still have that decision. You know, I'm just glad that most babies aren't born by a violent rape. But nonetheless,
yeah, you're right. You're right. Most are not. There are, but I was more so also thinking about the man. At a certain point, he has no control on what the woman decides to do. If she wants to pursue the pregnancy or terminate it, it is out of his hands. So, yeah, he had control up until a certain point.
yeah, to a certain he also made the decision to rape, right?
Well, he may not have raped. Even I'm just talking about consensual sex.
Oh well,
But
consensual
also,
sex.
holes get poked in condoms. But yeah,
Whoa. Let me debunk that for a minute. That hole in condom shit, y'all gotta stop that. That shit ain't real. You know what I mean? That shit ain't real. I ain't known one girl that got pregnant over a hole in the condom, George. Huh?
I mean, it's never happened to me. I'm only just going.
It ain't happened to nobody. That shit is a fucking urban legend. You know, it ain't happened. Niggas gotta stop that shit, son. They gotta stop. Stop lying. Like, nigga, you ain't pull out on time. That's it. You ain't put the condom on. You know what I'm saying? You didn't put the condom. You made that decision. Now you got a ratchet ass, crazy ass baby mom. But hey, you made that decision. I hope it was good. And I like to say, if you have a ratchet ass, crazy, bugged out baby mom, but she got good twat, you better have a good time going raw with her all the way up until the time of the birth. As a matter of fact, before she go in the hospital to deliver, you better hit all the way up until then. Because if you touch her ass after that, you're gonna have another child. All you gonna do is start it all over again. You just turned up the hourglass, baby. You just turned up the hourglass. But you made that decision.
Yeah, I mean I guess it's a valid point. I don't see that in my future. But I guess that goes into that control aspect of things. I know I do have some power in those decisions that I make. I would personally choose not to go with someone that's crazy like that. Yeah, but you are probably speaking from a place of privilege, sir. Not everyone is afforded the same opportunities as you. You live in America. You have a lot of free will that some people don't have. You are really not considering, I think, that everyone is just not as free as you are, even in this country.
I don't consider myself to be free at all. But I do consider myself to have been born to decent parents and siblings and other family members and friends. I've been lucky. But my decisions and my work ethic have I don't know if I would call those privileges. Okay, I'll take that word. But when I think about privilege, I'm thinking about, things like, generational wealth, having a birthright, those things like that. But if you want to use the word privilege, I'm not going to fight you on that. But because it's still my decision of whether to use those privileges or not. I mean, look at Mary Trump, Donald Trump's niece. She could have just kept her mouth shut, played the game, and lived within the family fortune. She decided to break away, but she made that decision. Yes or no?
I'm actually not familiar with Mary Trump's story.
Oh, okay. Well, but nonetheless, I ain't gonna get into all of that. But the bottom line is, we all make decisions.
I did watch the RNC, which I don't think she was one of the speakers.
Yeah, she's no way she's going to be one of the speakers because she's not a. I don't think that she's a Republican. She's the one who. She's Donald Trump's niece who wrote the book against him about how he is and why he is the way he is. So it's pretty interesting.
Oh, okay. So with that example, okay, that's I got it now. You're right. Yeah, she could have done that, but that's also she's had the luxury to probably set some ducks in a row before she went that route. But I'm talking about someone who would be placed in a position where it's like, this is life or death for me, or this is whether I'm going to be able to feed my family or not.
Yeah. So when you're faced with the decision of when you're faced with the situation of whether your family is going to eat or not, or whether they're going to have clothes on their back and shoes on their feet, you really have to make decisions, don't you?
I agree. I don't think that there's when you say that, I try to move from a point where I don't put myself in positions like that where I have to compromise integrity. So with your logic, it sounds like you are in agreement that the majority of the NFL players are cowards for not standing alongside Kaepernick by using the excuse of they have families to support.
You know, we don't have enough time today. But first of all,
okay.
But I'll tell you this. I didn't kneel and I didn't support. I supported Colin Kaepernick in theory, but I knew he was full of shit, and he was. I knew that there was something fishy about the fact that he never actually came out against the NFL. He never said anything. And it was because Nike was paying him the whole fucking time. And then he got a settlement. And I thought it was kind of peculiar that all of these people who don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of were fighting for a man to make $20 million a year. I thought that was a little fishy. Just because he made a statement by kneeling during the national anthem to bring awareness to police brutality. If you got to fucking kneel at a football game in order to wake people up to police brutality, I think that let's just say I don't think that that's what you needed to do. And from a professional standpoint, if I don't do what the fuck my boss contracted me to do, then he's going to fire me. However, in Colin Kaepernick's case, he didn't get fired. He actually quit. He had another year remaining on his contract with the San Francisco 49ers. And he decided to forego that last year because he wanted to try his hand at free agency. Well, what did you think was going to happen when you were that hot? What did his agent think? Oh, yeah, you are hot and untouchable, creating a situation where you're going to definitely separate people on a political issue, a social political issue on a sports stage. Ain't nobody going to fucking hire you. And they didn't. And I think he knew that they wouldn't. So I think he made the decision like, well, I'm going to go ahead and get this money. And for all of those people running around here screaming every time another quarterback besides Colin Kaepernick got put on a team, Colin Kaepernick is better than him. Colin Kaepernick was not that great of a fucking quarterback. I'm sorry. Now people got to stop the bullshit. Now I know football and I watch it religiously, and he's not that good. He had 2 good years. Really, one good year and a half. He was good in 2013 when they went to the Super Bowl, and he was okay in 2014. That's it. He was not good anytime after that. But since you asked, but he made that decision, and the decision worked out for him. He got the settlement. He got a whole bunch of people involved in shit. He got people kneeling that really didn't have anything to do with it. He got opportunistic people kneeling and all of that shit, and he became a folk hero. And he didn't do shit. But hey, Look at that time, 8:22 already.
Man, I just want you to your decisions can change at any moment in time, and they may guide you or have you where you are at this moment in time. But what if your platform is supposed to be larger? How do you get there without making different decisions?
I have to make different decisions.
So so are you supposed to be where you are right now, though?
Where I am right now is the place to be, and where I'm going is the place to be too. I'll let you know when I get there. Though.
Well, okay. Well, I'd like to find out how you're going to get there.
Stay tuned.
I will stay tuned.
Okay. That's what I want you to do. Stay tuned. See, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. You know, everything has a beginning and an end, and the middle is the biggest part. Right now, I'm in the middle, you're in the middle, we're all in the middle. When I close my eyes for the last time, it's the end.
I don't feel like I'm in the middle. I'm in Germantown right now. I feel like I'm at the bottom. I want to.
What's wrong with Germantown? It's a very nice neighborhood. I was born and raised in Germantown.
That's totally fine. It was just what I'm saying. Like I have
shitting on the G.
There's like a 3-step process. Like I got to get to DC eventually. And in between there will be New York. So I just feel like, I'm not at my mid-tier level just yet.
Okay. Well, life is a journey. You're on the road. So do your thing. Highway run until the morning sun. Chris, I gotta go, son. I gotta go.
All right, later.
But I appreciate you calling through, man. I really do. You all right with me?
All right, cool.
Okay. All right, peace. All right, y'all, let's do these birthday shout-outs. We have some birthday shout-outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious September 1st, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are number one out the box. Numero uno out the box. The caja. The caja. That's box in Spanish. Caja. Is hold on. I ain't even ready. You know what I mean? I ain't ready. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Numero uno out the caja. Come on, man. Let's just this circle stop turning. Circle. Okay, Althea Hogan McCants. Happy birthday to you, Althea. And Nicole Alexander, turning 47 years old today. And Charmel Connolly Ross, happy birthday to you. And Greg D. Moore, happy birthday to you. And Tamara Nelson, happy birthday. And last but certainly not least, Derek Fox, turning 58 years old today. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious September 1st, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out. Rock on it, do the damn, the rock out. Rock on it, do the damn, rock out. Rock on it, do the damn thing, and do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, listen, yo, check it out. And feel what I'm talking about. Yo, peep game. Yo, listen what I'm saying. Yo, just listen. The reason why where you are should be the place to be is because you made the decision to put yourself wherever you are. Now, is it the place to be? If it's not the place to be, then you have to make the place where you are the place to be. There are different ways you can do it. The way I might do it may be different than the way you might do it. Just like the curtains that hang in your house may be different from the blinds that hang in mine. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm talking about? The most important thing for y'all to remember is not to decorate your own little piece of hell. Don't get comfortable with the bad. Don't get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Don't get comfortable with the fear. Don't get comfortable with the lack of movement or the lack of motivation. Don't get comfortable with that. But just try to make the better decisions in your life that will take you where you want to be. There's something magical. There's something magical about movement. When you travel from one place to another place in search of something that you are slated to eventually get or achieve, it makes you hungrier and hungrier and hungrier for more success, more happiness, more contentment, more comfortable conditions. And there's nothing wrong with that. And each one teach 100. When other people see you going for yours, it inspires them to go for theirs. So sometimes you may be teaching people and showing people and inspiring people. You ain't doing nothing but sitting back, relaxing, and chilling, or doing your thing. It's going to be y'all ride, and everything is going to be y'all ride. Yes, it will. This is bigger than fake hair and makeup and eyelashes and all of that shit. I'm not talking about living anything artificial, even though some things that are artificial can make some things that are natural look a little bit better in as far as enhancements are concerned. But don't get to the point where you are dependent upon what's artificial in order to feel like you're anything good, real. You don't want to do that. You ain't got to do that either. Read more. Get around different people, travel to different places. Get out there. Open up your mouth. A closed mouth doesn't get fed. Spark a conversation with some people that you never talked to before and see what happens. You never know. You don't have to always be in search of a friend in order to find one. And a lot of times, if you're a decent person, those friends will find you. People want to be aligned with good people, helpful people, loving people, decent folk. All right, y'all. We be right back at y'all tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to thank all of y'all for coming through. I hope y'all enjoyed listening to the show as much as I enjoyed broadcasting it. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all and love y'all right back to life. If you haven't liked the show so far, push that like button. Don't be bitching. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't like it, push the dislike button. I don't care. It don't matter. I don't care. And also, share the show and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Love is love, baby. And I'm going to holler back at y'all. So, Blog Talk, I get back. I holler back. I said peace to that. I said you too. I get with you. I get with you. I split you right now in half and take a bath. Peace.